they have the budget, but if they can get it for free, they'll get it for free. If they can take the piss out of someone, they'll take the piss out of a microblogger. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mimi, and today I want to talk to you guys, you micro influencers, you micro bloggers, on how to monetize your YouTube channel and hopefully earn as much coins as you possibly can. Some of the hints and tips and hacks that I've learned along the way, and hopefully this helps somebody. If it does help you, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And just before I get into that and share my top tips with you guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about my sponsor for this video. So this video is actually sponsored by Upretty Hair. They sent me this gorgeous wig. I'll probably put like a clip in the corner showing you what the hair actually came like. It came blonde. If I didn't put a clip, I'll put a picture. It came like blonde, ash blonde, which is perfect if you want to create your own like vibrant, colourful, you know, festival kind of look. So I've gone for like a sultry, smoky pink, and to create this look I actually went with the bleach London colour, and this shade is smoky rose, and you don't need to mix it, you don't need to do anything. The colour comes ready prepared. You just rinse it through the hair, leave it to set for 40 minutes. Damp hair, by the way. 40 minutes, rinse it out, and this is what it came out looking like. So the hair took to the colour really well. By the way, it came already cut in this short blunt bob. I got 12 inches. It came already cut in this bob shape, so I haven't had to cut anything. I haven't had to pluck the hairline. I haven't really had to trim the baby hairs either. I've literally just coloured it and put it on my hair, and it has been a godsend. So if you don't doubt it, well, you should already know, but your girl is looking good. She's feeling good. She's getting ready for the summer. So if you guys are thinking of mixing it up and, you know, jazzing up your look this summer, whether you want to go blue, green, purple, blonde, grey, silver, or whatever, make sure you check out this hair. It will be linked in my description box, and they of course will give me a code to save you guys some money. It was pretty affordable as well, if I do remember correctly, but the price, all the details, everything will be in my description box, so don't forget to check it out. So shout out to Upretty Hair for sponsoring this video and sending your girl this cute look, and I've created like a really nice bold makeup look to go along with it. But yeah, let's get into this video. Let's talk about how to get y'all some money, get y'all some sponsorships, get y'all some ads to pay. Let's do this. Us. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to say, if you really want to monetize your channel effectively, is that you need to make sure that you are set up properly with AdSense. By the way, this video is going to really be focused around people who already have, like, you know, a functioning YouTube channel where they make money and they just want to optimize how much money they make. It's not really a foundation. You really need to have a good foundational knowledge. I'm not really doing the basics, but if you guys want the basics, then drop me a comment in the comment section, and I will start right from the bottom for you guys. So you should already have your AdSense set up, you should already be receiving money, but you just want to know how to receive more, and you've already obviously met the criteria, the 1,000 subscribers, the 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months, so you're basically good to go. Now, what a lot of people do, and this I believe is a mistake, is that they don't focus enough on AdSense and the money they can make from that. A lot of people, because they don't really understand how it works and it tends to fluctuate a lot, it's quite out of your control sometimes. People just tend to focus their attention on their sponsorships, but you can make a very good living with AdSense if you understand how it works, if you understand what your CPM is and how you can boost your CPM. So basically your CPM, clicks per minute, is basically how much advertisers pay to advertise on your video. Now let's say if you're a big dog like Jeffree Star, Jackie Aina, advertisers are going to pay more money. Your CPM could be like $20 per 1,000 views, $30 per 1,000 views, but the average on YouTube is $2 per 1,000 views. Mine is, which is by the way the average, mine is between $8 to $10, and this is actually considered great. If your CPM is between $8 to $10, you are doing really well, and that's what mine currently is. $20 to $30, like, it's rare, but like you are doing extremely well. I do have videos that I will earn $20 to $30 on CPM, but again, I'll touch on how that tends to work. So basically, you need to get your CPM rate up. Now, things that affect this is the location of where your audience is. So Basically, AdSense is all about advertising and advertising what advertisers wanting to put adverts on your video. What would make an advertiser want to put adverts on your video? Basically, are your audience able to purchase? So if you have a bunch of 8-year-olds watching your video, chances are nobody's going to want to advertise on there because 8-year-olds don't really have a lot of buying power. If you have a lot of teenagers as well, you're probably not going to have a lot of advertisers wanting to put adverts there because, again, they're working with pocket money. They don't have as much disposable income. Now, if you come to the between 20s to 30s to 40s, they tend to have a lot more disposable income, and this is a really good advertiser friendly age bracket. But other than the age bracket as well as the location, if you're in kind of like a third world country where there's a lot of poverty, but these are where the majority of your views come from, like India, don't quote me as like India being a third world country or anything, wherever. India is very developed in many ways, but advertisers aren't really trying to market, unless it's specific products that are for the Indian market, aren't really trying to advertise to the majority of Indians because their capital income within the average Indian household not very large. So these are things that YouTube takes into consideration when you put an advert in your video. What is the content of the video about as well? By the way, if you're talking a lot about sex, a lot of advertisers don't want to be on that video. If your language that you're using is really bad, a lot of advertisers don't want to be on that video. If the people that are watching the video are really young, not a lot of disposable income, in an area where advertisers just aren't trying to be, you're not going to make a lot of money. So think about that when you're trying to appeal to your audience. What audience are you targeting? Target wealthy audiences in wealthier countries if you can, and also make sure that the content you're creating, if you can, is advertiser friendly. Also, how to maximize the money you make on a video. If you don't know, if your video is longer than 10 minutes, you can put multiple ads in your video. I've touched on this before. So for me, generally, if I do a 20-minute video, I'll do roughly 3 to 4 adverts. I normally do, for every 5 minutes, I'll put an advert. Now, that's my personal rule. Everybody's different. I have seen videos that are like 11 minutes long with 11 ads. That's literally an ad a minute. I think that's terrible. I think that's just a great way to, what's the word I'm looking for? Alienate your audience. Nobody wants to have to watch an advert every minute, but at the same time, you're a content creator. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes money. So you do want to recoup some of that back, especially if you're trying to do this as a living. So for me, for every 5 minutes, I would generally put an ad, but this is not a rule of thumb. Sometimes, this is a rule of thumb. Sometimes I don't stick to it. Sometimes if it's a 40-minute video, I won't put 8 ads in it. I'll probably do 5, and that's just it. So really have a think about what you're doing with your adverts, and also try and put them in strategic places where your audience is captivated, where the advert's not going to come up and they're going to skip it. By the way, skipping adverts. If your audience do not watch your adverts in its entirety or for at least 30 seconds, you don't get paid. So that's just say if you get 1 million views on a video, but the people that were watching it aren't really loyal to you, they're not really engaged in your content, they're just skipping through your adverts, you're not really going to get paid a lot. You'll get paid some because some adverts are not skippable, or some adverts are little cards that flash on the screen, but you won't get paid that much. So I always think it's a good idea to educate your audience, let them know that this is how you earn your money, and if they skip a lot of your ads, you're not going to get paid. So for me, I always try to say, if you watch one advert, if I put 4 in a video and you watch 1, I'm more than grateful. I never expect anybody to watch 4 adverts in one video. So again, maximizing your revenue. If you put 4 adverts as opposed to just the 1 that YouTube automatically puts in, you're more likely to earn 4 times the amount of money in that video. And also make sure your content is clean. Now that's AdSense, but also I would say make sure you have a look at your analytics. YouTube has something great called Creator Studio, and this really dives in. It's quite a new tool, but it really dives into what's working well on your channel, what's bringing in a lot of new subscribers, what's getting a lot of views really fast, what videos getting the most average watch time. And you need to look into this so you understand your audience. What do they really like? What do people keep coming back to your channel for? Because once you find your formula for what works, you can stick to it and you can build on it. So you're probably not going to make every single video around that, but you can really use that to frame your channel. People keep coming to your channel because they love your cooking videos, they love your travel videos. Stick to that and like build around it, because that's what's going to help you grow, that's what's going to help you make more money, because obviously the more views you get, the more subscribers you get, the more coin you make. So definitely look into your creator studio and your analytics and figure out what video people engage with. And not just that, but in the creator studio you can also look at your revenue, what videos are earning you more money. So an example, on my channel I did a video about Invisalign, and it only maybe had about 3,000 views, and I made literally 4 times more money on that video than a video that I'd made that had like 7,000 or 8,000 views. 4 times more money. Do you know why that is? Can you guess? Guess below in the comment section. It's because the content I made was so niche that all the advertisers that wanted to talk about Invisalign, or advertise their toothpaste, or advertise their dental care, would want to be on that specific video. So if you think about makeup and beauty, there are millions of makeup and beauty videos on the internet, on YouTube. But if you think about specifically Invisalign, not so much. So if you're a dentistry and you're wanting to advertise on YouTube about your Invisalign process, you're going to want to be on that Invisalign video. You're going to want to pay more money to make sure your advert shows on that video than on a beauty video where people that are watching don't really care, because that's the audience you want to appeal to. So even if you don't get the most amount of views, you can make a lot of money if the content you're making is niche and it's also in a realm that people want to advertise on. Okay, let's move on to the good stuff now, guys. Let's talk about sponsorships, how to get them, how to negotiate your price. There's a lot to talk about in this section, guys. Okay, so you probably want to know, where do you find sponsorships? Make sure first of all that you have your business email in your description box for all your videos, because if an advertiser sees one of your videos and they think, oh god, that person would be a great fit for my brand, how can they contact you if you don't have your business email in your description box? That's the first place to start. That's a good way that a lot of advertisers find me and contact me. But how do you find them? Okay, FameBit. FameBit is owned by YouTube. I purchased it a few years ago, and this is basically an arena that's open to YouTubers that have over 5,000 subscribers, and there's adverts from lots of different advertisers that they put their kind of their specification for an ad that they're looking for, and they encourage YouTubers to send in a brief and say why they think they would be best to work on this campaign. So let's say sticking with teeth, let's say a toothpaste company, Colgate, puts something up and say, look, we've got a budget of £10,000, we're looking for advertisers, send us a brief of how much you charge, what your idea for the video is. We basically want to promote our toothpaste, we want people to get excited about brightening their teeth, blah 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 blah. So you need to pitch with FameBit. You need to send in your proposal, how much, you need to send in what you can do, and you then have to wait and see if the advertiser thinks you're a right fit for their brand. So FameBit's one of these platforms, Grapevine's one of these platforms, Influencer.com is one of these platforms. If you're not getting these down, I will put these in my description box, and they all kind of work in the same way. Lots of advertisers go on this platform looking for influencers, microbloggers, and don't be discouraged by the fact that you are smaller. It is harder to get noticed when you are smaller, but there are advertisers that want to give the underdog a chance, because a lot of times you're more affordable and your audience trusts you more than the bigger guys. Okay, so you found where to find advertisers, but you don't know how much to charge. Social Blue Book. If you are a YouTuber, you should have a Social Blue Book. It's free to sign up, and it basically inputs all your stats on YouTube, your average views, your subscribers, the engagement rate, everything, and it lets you know how much you should be charging for a dedicated video or for a mentioned video. And this is what you should really use to benchmark when you're applying for sponsorship. So dedicated videos, when that whole entire video is centered around that one product that the brand wants you to advertise. So you might make a 10-minute video and the 10 minutes are all about this hair, or a mentioned video like what I did at the start of this, where the first 2 or 3 minutes was about the hair, and then I went on to talk about whatever else I wanted to. So dedicated video will obviously charge more, because 10 minutes about the hair. Mention video less. So Social Blue Book will tell you exactly what, based on how your channel is performing, you should be charging. Okay, so you know where to find your sponsors, you know how much you should be charging. Now your pitch, how to get noticed, how to stand out and make sure this brand wants to work with you. I'm going to put a free template for the pitches that I use, and I've been quite successful, you know, in getting brands to work with me. I'm going to put a template that you can download completely for free. I think you just have to input your email address. That's it. If you are downloading, make sure you subscribe, because, you know, that can be my payment. Thank you, thank you. But basically, the most important thing that you need to understand about this type of pitching is that it's not about you. A lot of people make this mistake and they go on about why the brand should pick them, why they're so great, why they're so amazing, what their channel is awesome, and they forget that the brand is paying you. They're the one that's spending their money. It's about them. So I usually start my pitch by introducing myself, and yes, I'll say, hi, I'm Mimi. I've got over 17,000 subscribers on my channel. I make lifestyle, traveling and beauty content. My audience is very engaged. My views are roughly about 5,000 within the first few days. And that's enough about me. Now, about the brand. I love the brand. I love Colgate because I've been using Colgate toothpaste for years. I love how great it makes my teeth look. I love the fact that you guys pride yourselves on brighter smiles, affordable prices, and I would really appreciate the chance to work with you guys. Now, this is my idea. I feel like I can incorporate your product into my lifestyle content. I vlog a lot. It'd be a very natural fit. And upcoming, I'm working on a video about my skincare routine, and I can definitely fit in my oral care into that and really show you guys my daily routine and what I use, blah 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 blah. Then I always end it with, like, I'm very open to collaborating with you guys and any suggestions you may have, and understanding what your message is and how you want to engage with my audience. So I put it like straight back to them. I want to work with you. I understand what you guys do, and I want to understand further what you want to achieve with this campaign and how I can help you do that. With that, it's a numbers game. Do not forget, the more campaigns you apply for, the more positives you'll get back. So if you go in and you apply for 2 a month, you probably wouldn't get any. I'm sorry, it's sales, it's cutthroat. There are bigger guys out there than you guys. You have to really make sure you stand out. So maybe you might have to apply for 100 and you might only get 3 or 4. It is what it is. You'll figure it out once you start applying, what your conversion rate is. And if you haven't got a good conversion rate, you need to go back to your pitch and start tweaking things, because clearly something isn't working. Or perhaps you just need to keep growing your audience. But yeah, so that's sponsorships. Now, I know a lot of times, this is paid sponsorships. A lot of times brands will approach you about working for free. My rule of thumb is I don't do it. If a brand says, yeah, we don't have the budget, they have the budget. They're spending it on bigger guys than you. You think Patricia Bright isn't getting paid for her cup sheet bikini hauls? Your girl is getting paid 1,000. So they have the budget, but if they can get it for free, they'll get it for free. If they can take the piss out of someone, they'll take the piss out of a microblogger who's usually new to the game and is usually grateful just to get any recognition from a brand. Me, as a rule, I don't work for free. If a brand says they don't have a budget, I say back to them, I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I do not work for free. So in the future, if you do have a budget, I will be more than interested in working together. So you don't close the door, you're not rude to them, but you let them know very clearly and clean cut, it's not gonna fly. Often they'll come back and say, okay, we can offer you this. And if you send them your rate sheet, I'll also put a copy of a template that I use to create my rate sheet. So I tend to do packaging and add-ons. If you think about the way restaurants work, is they'll usually be like, oh, if you get a main and a starter, it's this much. A main and a starter and a drink, this much. A main and a starter, drink and dessert, it's this much. So basically, they're giving you a discount, but they're adding on additional services and getting you to spend and buy more. That's the way you set up your rate sheet. If you buy 1 dedicated video, it's this much. If you buy 2 dedicated videos, it's this much. If you buy 2 dedicated videos through Instagram posts, 2 Instagram stories, 1 mention video, is this much. So you really try and package, give them larger discounts and package it so that you secure more business. Because if you get 3 videos out of a brand in one go, that's 3 videos that you would have had to work for with 3 separate brands if you'd only just gone for 1. So make sure if you do have you get a rate sheet, because it's so much easier to negotiate with a rate sheet, and it lets them know that you mean business, you're serious. They also come back and ask for a discount, so make sure you're building your discount into the rate sheet so that you can be, okay, well, I'm happy to give you a discount, I can knock $50 off or £25 off, whatever you decide. Build it in when you submit the rate sheet. Again, I'm putting a free template to help you guys out, so please subscribe. A lot of info. I hope you guys are still with me. How I break my rule for my free items, I do sometimes accept free items if it's a smaller brand and I know that they are legit smaller. So one of my subscribers sent me some eyelashes. SNUBBLIFE, thanks girl, and I know it's a very small brand and I really like the product. Oh, I was looking, where are they? I'm wearing them and they're super cute. So obviously I didn't ask for any payment, I just wanted to help support this little brand, and it's a gorgeous product. So there are obviously brands that you feel like, yeah, you love, you want to support. Obviously you don't have to ask for money, and then there's also stuff that you were going to go out and buy anyway. So if I'm going on a holiday and I was going to spend like £100 on bikinis, but a company wants to send me 5 bikinis and save me that £100, effectively I got paid £100 to shoot that because I saved myself £100. That's £100 extra in my pocket. But if it's something that I wasn't going to buy, I have plenty of, I don't really need, you're going to have to pay me. Into the end of this video now, guys, I'm going to say something to you that my YouTube manager told me. You need to make 3 types of videos on your channel, and you need to be conscious of this. First of all, you need to make the kinds of videos that you like. Now this is going to come naturally. Everybody loves to pick up their camera and create the type of content that they enjoy making. That's easy. We all do that. Secondly, you need to make the type of content your audience likes. So my channel, my audience love my travel videos and they love my dating videos. I know that if those 2 ever went away, there's a very good chance that I would lose my audience, because that's what they come to me checking for. So I need to keep consistently giving them this type of content, keep them coming back. And then thirdly, you need to make the type of content that's going to bring you new viewers. So think outside of your box. What audience have you not tapped into? So I don't do a lot of haul videos. I need to maybe start doing more of those. I don't do a lot of like social experiment videos. I need to do a lot more of those. I don't do any boyfriend tags. Oh God, I don't got a boyfriend, so she can't do more of those. But that's what I mean. You got to think outside the box. What type of video content can I tap into? Can I do more mukbangs? Could I like find out? Also know what's currently trending on YouTube, because it's such an easy way to get your videos noticed if you do a trend that people are already interested in, like the unpopular opinions or the assumptions about me. Those ones have been quite popular recently. Okay, so in terms of working with brands, you've got the sponsorship, you've created a video for them. A brand might not like what you create the first time. They might say go back and, you know, edit it. Another thing, do not post a video onto your YouTube channel until you've been paid. Very limited circumstances where you do that, because you might find that you're chasing that brand for payment for 3 months, 6 months. You've screwed yourself in the foot. I create my content, I post it on YouTube unlisted, so no one in my audience can watch it, and I send the unlisted link to the brand. If they're happy with it, they make a payment to me, and then I'll tell them, okay, the video will go live in 2 days, 1 day, whatever, then it goes live. Do not F yourself by posting videos straight to your YouTube. They get their views, they get their promotion, and then 3 months later you're still looking for your money. Don't do it. But practice makes perfect. If you're just starting out, you haven't done a lot of sponsorships, do start with some for free, because you will get better at it. You'll get better understanding of how your audience likes to receive adverts or sponsorships or promotions. You get a better understanding of what brands want to see when they ask for, you know, their product to be sponsored or promoted. They might be like, sorry, but you put my advert, you put my promotion in the last 3 minutes of your video. How do I know anybody's watching, you know, 20 minutes into your video? No, we want it at the start. That might be something you didn't realize. So the more practice you do, the better you get at it. But obviously don't do everything for free, but if you've got to do 1 or 2 to 3 to build up your portfolio, especially because sometimes brands, when you pitch on sites like FameBit and Grapevine, will ask you for links to other sponsorships that you've done, because they want to understand the quality of your work. Do you have good lighting? Do you have a good camera? Does everything look good? Yeah, so practice makes perfect. So the more you do it, the better you get at it. Guys, I'm going to end this video here. I feel like there's a lot more to say, but if I decide to do a part 2, I will have to do a part 2 because I can't make this video any longer, guys. If this has been useful, please do not leave without subscribing, and also follow me on my Instagram as well, because your girl is trying to get more coin on there, and brands aren't really checking for you when you've only got 4,000 Instagram followers. So help me get to 20,000 and I will catch you soon. Don't forget, guys, that you can check out my sponsor's hair. It comes ash blonde to remind you if you're going to Wireless or any festivals this summer. Get your blonde wig, jazz it up, put some crystals in it, some glitter, whatever you gotta do to look cute and slay. I'm Amy, just doing me. You're looking good, we're feeling good. It's in my description box. I remember then when we done it, also for the streets, knowing one day you go pay.